evening I preached a sermon on the harlot of Revelation 17. And I said, tonight I'm going to preach this sermon about the harlot of Revelation 17. I'm going to give you all of the characteristics, but I'm not going to tell you what system this applies to. But you're going to know, I said, by the characteristics, which system in the world this harlot is referring to. And so I preached the sermon. I gave, a woman represents a church. A harlot woman is a fallen church. She sits upon many waters, which means it's a world church. She fornicates with the kings of the church, which means that she's involved in politics. She's decked with gold and silver and precious stones, so she must be a very rich church that majors in these materials. She has daughters because she's called the mother of harlots, daughters that were born from her. And so I went through all of the characteristics. And I never identified what system it was referring to. The next morning, I was in a room where I had interviews with students. They could come and they could ask questions, and I would pray for them. They would have prayer requests. This woman came in. Actually, she was a young lady, and she says, Pastor, I want you to know that you offended me last night. I looked at her and I said, really? I offended you? Why did I offend you? She said, well, you didn't offend me. You offended my church. I looked at her and I said, but I don't remember mentioning the name of any church last night. She says, no, you didn't mention the name, but by all of the characteristics, we knew you were talking about the Roman Catholic Church. So I looked at her and I said, hey, if all I had to give you was the characteristics, and by the characteristics you reached the conclusion without me having to tell you, maybe you should pay attention. And then I asked her a question. I said, which day of the week are we supposed to go to church and worship? She says, on Sunday. I said, oh, really? Why? She says, because that's what the Bible says. I said, really? Where? She says, well, the church has told us. The Bible says that we're supposed to keep Sunday. I said, have you ever read the 10 Commandments in the Roman Catholic Bible? She says, well, I can't remember reading them. I said, well, how about you get a Roman Catholic Bible and you read Exodus 20, verses 8 through 11 in your own Roman Catholic Bible? She says, what difference would it make? I said, if you read it in there, you're going to find that it says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, and it's going to tell you that the Sabbath is the seventh day. She says, well, Sunday is the seventh day. I said, oh, really? Which day of the week did Jesus resurrect? She says, oh, He resurrected on the first day of the week. I said, really? And what day was the first day of the week? She says, Sunday. So I said, okay, so then the seventh day isn't Sunday. So, things started dawning. So I said, go read it. In your own Roman Catholic Bible, it says that the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. I said, so who are you going to believe? Are you going to believe your Roman Catholic Bible? Or are you going to believe your Roman Catholic Pope? And she paused for the longest moment of time. And she said, I'm confused. I don't know how to resolve this. She says, I'm going to go talk to my bishop. And I told her, go talk to him. But I'm going to tell you what he's going to tell you. He's not going to be able to give you any verse in the Bible that says that the day was changed. But he's going to say that Jesus gave authority to the church to change the day of worship from Saturday to Sunday. She left. To this day, I don't know what happened with this lady. I pray to God that when she met with her bishop, if she did, that she asked additional questions and she came to accept the truth as it's found in the Bible. But I don't know. So my question to Roman Catholics is, whose authority do you accept?